the sound is working okay. That certainly looks like it is. Have you got the sound on, darling? No?
No.
Oh, that's Stevie, isn't it? Tittle. Good evening, Stephen. Thank you. Still can't get used to that name. Sounds good. Okie dokie. Thanks very much, pal. How's your day been? Yes, I mean, surely you can come up with something better than Tittle 39. Can you not change it? No? Sure you probably can you?
Janet's there.
Hi Janet, thanks for joining. Ah, nice. Well done on that one. Good evening, Peter, isn't it? Yeah, it's Peter. Thanks for letting Stephen talk you into joining our quiz. Hey. We have the Ag family and friends on holiday in Cumbria. So I'll just put Agafe. Ag and friends. Agaf. Right? And who else have we got?
Alison.
Oh, Alison, Hi Alison. Is Alison et al? Right. Movie magic. Who are you? Good evening, Mariana. Oh, that's my phone. Hi Janet, just to let you know that Fiona's actually here, but she decided she wants to still play because she was all set up to play from Luxembourg last week, so she's sitting over on the side, so you can still message Fiona, Janet, but thanks for messaging me anyway. Happy Easter everybody. But for some people that were here last week, unfortunately can't be here this week. Yeah, I'm going to have to put my hand up and say that I was partly to blame for last week as well, because it was partly due to there had been an update in the third party program that I use, and I've been using it for 6 years in exactly the same format, and in the latest update they decided to add on another button that you had to click in order to connect to the internet, and it wasn't in an obvious place, so I wasn't looking for it. But about half an hour later that evening, after cancelling it all, I spotted it, so sorry about that. Sunny down in Wiltshire. Is it the calm after the storm? Alison, did you have it bad down there? Aha, we've got Alan and Beck. Happy days. Is it just Albeck, or we got the full clan? It's weird seeing your name popping up. So we're still going to find out whether your prediction last week is correct or not, Mariana. As in, as soon as I told you Fiona would be playing, you said that she would probably win, and I said I beg to differ on that. We were absolutely fine here as well, Alison. Thanks for asking. Yeah, it was. What?
Was landing in an aircraft.
I should talk about up here. Although, like Fiona didn't go off so lightly, mind you, because she was coming into Edinburgh Airport on an aeroplane just at the time it was starting to hit. Yeah, but apparently the pilot did a marvellous job. Did he get a round of applause? Yeah. It's one of the few things that still kind of exists, isn't it? A round of applause that when the pilot does a good landing. And what was the joke that you were saying was doing the rounds, Dylan? Apparently that everyone was saying, yeah, we all know it wasn't Dave, it was really Rod. It was Rodney. Storm Rodney. Right, okay, doke. Right, what time are we on? Minute to go. There's Holly. So who have you got with you tonight, Holly? They'll all be hoping no Rocky, because if Rocky's there, then it's a foregone conclusion who's going to win. I've got everybody in, I think. And how's the holiday going? Ag family, Emma. Oh, mum and dad. But, well, you can always shout Rocky if you're stuck, Holly. Yeah? Right, well, I think we can probably get going here. Now, don't panic. I know it says 29th of the 3rd. I just left the date that we were supposed to be doing the quiz on the actual quiz, just to save me getting confused in my format. Wow, 80. Jeez, oh, Georgina, shut up. I hope you have a great time when that comes around. Right, so as always, 5 rounds, 10 questions each round. The first round, I can't even remember now what it is. I should have had a quick look there. Yeah, we'll just dive into it. And I will say at this moment in time, obviously given that Fiona's playing, that means that the grammar police have not had a look at this, so I will apologise now for any mistakes. Blah 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 blah. Right, okay, good luck everyone, and here comes the first question. Food and drink. So here we are, question 1. So what type of beverage gave All Saints a UK #1 single? So that's what type of beverage gave All Saints a UK #1 single? Fiona's giving me the looks already. Question 2. Which mammal appears on the Bacardi logo? So that's question 2. Which mammal appears on the Bacardi logo? I think Fiona's already thinking she would rather be sitting next to me. Question 3. What Mexican dish translates into English as little donkey? So that's what Mexican dish translates into English as little donkey. Question 4. What fruit is usually served Belle Elaine? So that's what fruit is usually served Belle Elaine? A bit of relief from my wife's face now. I know that one, she says. She hopes.
I don't know that one.
Question 5. What term is used in cooking to describe food that has been cooked so that it is still firm to the bite? So that what term is used in cooking to describe food that has been cooked so that it is still firm to the bite? Question 6. What would you be cooking if you're having spitchcock? And yes, I am asking, what would you be cooking if you're having spitchcock? Question 7. Ice cream was first created in which country? So that's question 7. Ice cream was first created in which country? Question 8. Tangerine and grapefruit combine to give us what hybrid fruit? So that's question 8. Tangerine and grapefruit combine to give us what hybrid fruit? There are 3 potentials on this. I'll take any of them. Question 9. How many pieces of bun are in a McDonald's Big Mac? So that's question 9. How many pieces of bun are in a McDonald's Big Mac? You can see the look. I'm surprised I'm not turning into a pillar of salt. And question 10. If you order a loo in an Indian restaurant, what will you be having? So that's question 10. If you order a loo in an Indian restaurant, what will you be having? This gets harder, darling.
Lucky if I've got 2.
Moving on to round 2, connection round as always. First 9 have connected. Question 10, what is the connection? So good luck everyone. Question 1. What is an organism that lives on or in a host organism of a different species, obtaining nutrients at the host's expense? So that's question one. What is an organism that lives on or in a host organism of a different species, obtaining nutrients at the host's expense? Question 2. What is used to highlight a person, object or group on stage? That's question 2. What is used to highlight a person, object or group on stage? Question 3. What is generally regarded as Mozart's middle name? That's question 3. What is generally regarded as Mozart's middle name? Question 4. Which Sylvester Stallone character had a dog named Butkus? So that's question 4. Which Sylvester Stallone character had a dog named Butkus? Question 5. Ophelia and Claudius are main characters in which of Shakespeare's plays? So that's question 5. Ophelia and Claudius are main characters in which of Shakespeare's plays? Question 6. What type of helmet was invented by Dr. Eric Gardner in 1914? So that's question 6. What type of helmet was invented by Dr. Eric Gardner in 1914? Question 7. Who had hits in the 60s with It's Not Unusual and What's New Pussycat? So that's question 7. Who had hits in the 60s with It's Not Unusual and What's New Pussycat? Question 8. What is a subdivision of a company of soldiers primarily called? So that's question 8. What is a subdivision of a company of soldiers primarily called? Excuse me. Question 9. What name links Hardy, Stone and Reed? That's question 9. What name links Hardy, Stone and Reed. And question 10, what's the connection? Moving on to the answers. So, round 1, food and drink. Question 1, what type of beverage gave All Saints a UK #1 single, and that would be coffee. The single was called Black Coffee. Question 2, which mammal appears on the Bacardi logo, and that is a bat. And I think my did you know is coming up, and that is, did you know bats are natural friends of the rum industry as they pollinate the sugar cane crops and prey on insects that damage them? You know now. Question 3, what Mexican dish translates into English as little donkey? That is burrito. Question 4, what fruit is usually served Belle Helene? That is pear. Question 5, what term is used in cooking to describe food that has been cooked so that it's still firm to the bite? And that is al dente. Question 6, what would you be cooking if you were having spitchcock? And there's a few of you want to know what this is. And it's eel, and spitchcock came first. It was quite interesting reading up on that, that spitchcock came before the spatchcock. Because I knew as soon as I asked the question, people would be thinking, oh, he's thinking spatchcock. Question 7, ice cream was first created in which country? And that would be China. Question 8, tangerine and grapefruit combine to give us what hybrid fruit? And the most common name is ugly, but there's also Tangelo and Pluot. Question 9, how many pieces of bun are in a McDonald's Big Mac? That would be 3.
I don't think it is.
That is. Absolutely is. Question 10, if you order a loo in an Indian restaurant, what will you be having? You'll be having potato. And moving on to the connection round answers. So, question 1, what is an organism that lives in or on or in a host organism of a different species, obtaining nutrients at the host's expense? And that is a parasite. Question 2, what is used to highlight a person, object or group on stage? That would be a spotlight. Question 3, what is generally regarded as Mozart's middle name? And I put, very specifically put generally, because it isn't actually his middle name. We all know him as Amadeus, but there's his actual name there. Johannes Chrysostomus Wolfgangus Theophilus Mozart. Don't know where Amadeus comes from that, but that's what it's known as Amadeus. Question 4, which Sylvester Stallone character had a dog named Bupkis? And that would be Rocky. Question 5, Ophelia and Claudius are main characters in which of Shakespeare's plays? That would be Hamlet. Question 6, what type of helmet was invented by Dr. Eric Gardner in 1914? And that was a crash helmet. Question 7, who had hits in the 60s with It's Not Unusual and Watched New Pussycat? And that was Tom Jones. Question 8, what is a subdivision of a company of soldiers primarily called? And that is platoon. Question 9, what name links up Hardy, Stone and Reed? And that would be Oliver. And And question 10, what's the connection? It's they all won Best Picture at the Oscars. Alright, so catch up with everyone, see how you all did on that.
12.
That's pretty good. Well done.
Not really.
Oh, rubbish.
Only got 4 in the first round, and one of them was just pure luck.
I'm impressed. You got 12. Well done.
Don't know where you're digging these questions up from.
Nah, well. See, I thought you
I
might
mean,
be.
that's food and drink. That's one of my 40s. 4 out of 10.
Mariana, 13. Ags, 13. Agaf. Stephen, 8. Holly. You must have been involving Rocky.
Linda, 15.
Oh, London John there. Great. Hi, London John. Thanks for coming. I'm assuming it's London.
Yeah, I think so.
Uh,
Richard and Caroline.
oh, Richard and Caroline out here as well. Thanks for joining us again. And team, we'll just put. So they got 16. Alison's team. Have you seen them yet?
Yeah, 15.
Oh, yeah, 15. Janet.
I've not got Janet yet. Steve is 8.
Yep, who have we not got? Alan and Becky. So Alan and Becky. That's movie magic person.
Janet's got 9.
Well done, Janet. And we'll just ignore movie magic. Although they seem to know my name.
Who is it then?
No idea. Movie magic. Oh, it's Robbie! Hey, Robbie!
Well, that's a first.
Yeah,
People want to
absolutely.
hear our voices.
Yeah. I never, well, apart from you, darling, I never thought anybody else would want to hear my voice, you know, so, but there you go. That's Robbie, so he's, Alan and Becky, seem to have lost them. Yeah. Okay, so at the moment we've got in the lead with 18 points, it's Holly and team. Then we have Richard and team on 16, Linda, John and Alison et al. On 15, the Ag and Friends family and Mariana on 13, Fiona on 12, Janet on 9, Stephen on 8. Right, so there you go. So we'll crack on to what's, as I'm sure you know by now, you will all expect it to be the picture round, and that's exactly what it's going to be, is the picture round. So, in a mixed bag this week. So picture 1, which fruit is that? Excuse me. I should maybe have twigged it could have been you, Robbie, with the name Movie Magic. Yeah. Picture 2. Speaking of, name the movie. Picture 3. Who is that? Picture 4. What kind of animal is that? Oh, Alan and the team got 15. He just messaged me. Must be something wrong with the chat. Cheers, Al. Picture 5. What company uses that logo? Picture 6. What country flies that flag? Picture 7. Name the Michael Jackson song. That was a number 1. Picture 8. Name the painting. Picture 9. Name the TV show. And picture 10. What do you call the thing that the arrow is pointing to? I'll move on to round 4, which is the chain. So the last letter of the first answer is the first letter of the second answer, and so on. So if your first answer is Kong, then your next answer will begin with the letter G. So, good luck everybody. Question 1. Buonarroti is the last name of which Renaissance artist? So that's Buonarroti is the last name of which Renaissance artist? Question 2. Which Enya song was number 1 for 3 weeks in 1988? Question 3. Which actress won an Oscar for the 1990 film Ghost? Question 4. Which strait separates Spain and Morocco? Question 5. What is Einstein's theory describing gravity as space-time curvature? So that's question 5. What is Einstein's theory describing gravity as space-time curvature? Question 6. Which flowering desert plant is known for its spiky leaves and tall flower stalks? So that's question 6. Which flowering desert plant is known for its spiky leaves and tall flower stalks? Question 7. Who is the Greek goddess of hunting? So that's question 7. Who is the Greek goddess of hunting? Question 8. Sand is primarily composed of oxygen and what other element? So that's question 8. Sand is primarily composed of oxygen and what other element?
What was 7 again?
Who's the Greek goddess of hunting? Excuse me. Question 9. Which sport is played over 4 periods of 15 minutes where only 2 players in each team can score? So that's question 9. Which sport is played over 4 periods of 15 minutes where only 2 players in each team can score? I think you've been that busy fretting over the questions to notice whether there's anything wrong with my spelling and stuff. Not that I'm seeing anything else. And finally, question 10. By what name was Oliver Cromwell known? Sorry, by what title? By what title was Oliver Cromwell known? Excuse me. Moving on to the answers to those 2 rounds. Picture round. Which fruit is this? And that is a dragon fruit. Name the movie. That is Oppenheimer. Who is this? That is Michael B. Jordan. I didn't know either, but very current. Which is why I put him in. Picture 4. What type of animal is that? That is an okapi. Is that how you spell it?
That's the only one I got right out of these 2 rounds, I think.
Picture 5. What company uses that logo? Did you not get that one? Thought you got that down. Picture 6. What country uses this flag? That is North Macedonia. Picture 7. Name the Michael Jackson song, and that is Man in the Mirror. Picture 8. Name this painting. American Gothic. Picture 9. Name the TV show. That is Cheers. And picture 10. What do you call what the arrow's pointing to? You call that a clapper. I'll move on to the chain. Buonarroti is the last name of which Renaissance artist? It's the last name of Michelangelo. Which Enya song was number 1 for 3 weeks in 1988? That is Orinoco Flow. Which actress won an Oscar for the 1990 film Ghost? That would be Whoopi Goldberg. Which strait separates Spain and Morocco? That's Gibraltar, the Gibraltar Strait, Strait of Gibraltar. For the purpose of it's looking for Gibraltar. What is Einstein's theory describing gravity? Space-time curvature, just relativity. Question 6. Which flowering desert plant is known for its spiky leaves and tall flower stalks? And that is the yucca. Question 7. Who is the Greek goddess of hunting? That's Athena, Artemis, sorry. Question 8. Sand is primarily composed of oxygen and what other element? That's silicon.
Not silica.
Not silicon. It becomes silica. Question 9. Which sport is played over 4 periods of 15 minutes where only 2 players in each team can score? That is netball. And by what title was Oliver Cromwell known? That is Lord Protector. Right, so catch up everyone, see how you all did in those 2 rounds.
4.
Oops.
I got absolutely nothing in round 4.
It gives you an idea of how difficult it is for people that are playing on their own, doesn't it? As well. Right, so so that's 11 there. Where are we at? Mariana got 14 that round. Alison et al. 15. Consistent. Alison got 15. Stephen got 10. Richard I think got 17.
Okay, Linda and John got a further 14, but they got full marks on round 4.
Well, there you go. Let's see if Alan and Becky. Right, another 15. Consistent as well. Janet.
She's got 3.
Okie dokie, so at the moment we have joint first with Richard and team and Holly and team, both on 33. And then after that it's pretty close for everybody else. I think we've got about 2 or 3 points. So there's 29 and 30. And yeah, so it's all very close. Moving into the last round. I'll see if we can maybe do better in this one, Dylan. So good luck everybody, all to play for. General knowledge as always, good luck. So question 1, in which country did karaoke originate? Question 2, in the computer acronym BIOS, what does the O stand for? So in the computer acronym BIOS, what does the O stand for? Question 3, Pomodoro is the Italian word for which fruit? So that's Pomodoro is the Italian word for which fruit? Question 4, how many keys are on a standard grand piano? That's question 4, how many keys are on a piano? Essentially is what I'm asking. If I'm being totally honest, it's an answer, it's something I've written many times, but I couldn't tell you right now. Question 5. What technology is named after a 10th century ruler of Denmark and Norway? So that's question 5. What technology is named after a 10th century ruler of Denmark and Norway? Question 6. Earth is located in which galaxy? So that's question 6. Earth is located in which galaxy? Question 7. What is the highest number of Michelin stars a restaurant can receive? So that's question 7. What is the highest number of Michelin stars a restaurant can receive? Question 8. A toxopholite is a lover of what sporting pastime? So that's question 8. A toxopholite is a lover of what sporting pastime? Question 9. What natural phenomenon is a haboob? So that's what natural phenomenon is a haboob? And finally, question 10. Nephelococcosia is the practice of doing what? Is it A, finding shapes in clouds, B, studying Egyptian monuments, or C, identifying extinct plant life? So that's Nephelococcosia is the practice of doing what? A, B, or C? And move on to the answers to that round. So, question 1. In which country did karaoke originate? It originated in Japan. Didn't realise it was as long ago as that. Question 2. In the computer acronym BIOS, what does the O stand for? It stands for output. Question 3. Pomodoro is the Italian word for which fruit? It's the Italian word for tomato. Question 4. How many keys are on a standard piano? And that is 88. Question 5. What technology is named after a 10th century ruler of Denmark and Norway? And that is Bluetooth. Question 6. Earth is located in which galaxy? It's located in the Milky Way. Question 7. What is the highest number of Michelin stars a restaurant can receive? That is 3. Question 8. A toxopholide is a lover of what sport and pastime? And that would be archery. Question 9. What natural phenomenon is a haboob? It's a sand or dust storm. And finally, question 10. Nephelococcosia is the practice of doing what? It's the practice of finding shapes in clouds. So let's see how we've all done after that round.
4.
Well, it was always a round that you joked on with Francis and Thomas, but that sorted you out.
Oh, I've been sorted the whole way. When I've done poorly in them all.
Yeah, that's a total score of 20.
I'll be joining Stephen and Jennifer.
And the fight for the wooden spoon.
Yeah.
No. Alison et al. Finished up with, what did they say? 36.
Lyndon John another 5.
Stephen finished on 23. Lyndon John 34.
35. The total
35,
should be.
sorry.
Yes, exactly, Mariana.
Yeah.
A moderating influence.
And I 29.
Strange fruits.
Yeah, well, see, you know, Richard and team 39. Richard and her team seem to think it was oh, look at that. Holly 39. Let's see what Alan and Becky finished on.
Right.
Oh, 38.
Janet's on a total of 15.
58. What did Mariana finish with? 35. I mean, geez, oh, not bad. 15, did you say, Janet? No. So, we've got a tie. On 39, we've got Holly's team and Richard's team. Then that means in third place we've got Alan and Becky. Well done on that. And fourth we've got Alison et al. On 36. Then on 35 we've got Mariana and Linda and John. Then 29 is the Ag and family team. Then on 23 Stephen, 20 is Fiona, and 15 is Janet. So yeah, you were definitely wrong, Mariana. Fiona wasn't winning. No, so she's shouting conspiracy over in the corner there. Anyway, so as you'll probably no doubt have noticed, we've got joint winners. So the tie break will be deciding who's my actual quiz winner. So here it is.
But can everybody throw in an answer?
But obviously everybody can throw an answer in, yes. So how many miles as the crow flies is it from Oban to Luxembourg?
Oh.
Again, very topical because Fiona's just back from there. But even there was a bit of a kind of Oscars theme running through, I thought, the crit as well, because the Oscars were quite recent. So that's why I had a bit of a... So how many miles do you reckon it is as the crow flies from Oban to Luxembourg?
I'll go 1,020. No, wait a minute, more than that. 1,220.
Fiona's going 1220. None of you missed her more than I did. Robbie. Alan and Becky popping in with her.
2,106 miles from Linda and John.
2106. Anybody? Mariana says 835. No. Stephen says 1,300. Oh, we're waiting on. Richard says 682. Richard and team, and Holly's team says 500. Alison et al. Anybody else? Oh, 531. Yep. Ag family bothering. Yep, there we are, just as I say that, and it comes 936. Right, so we're just waiting on Janet and Alan and Becky. Depends whether the crow's dropped or not, Alan, is right there. Alan says 826.6 miles, give or take. 826.6, depending how straight the crow flies. That's very true. Right, so the actual answer is 662 miles. So we're winners for the tie break and quiz winners is Richard and team. Yeah, that's how I'm seeing it.
It's a pity I'm not a crow. Some would probably say I am.
So yeah, so our tie break winners and therefore our winners on the night are Richard and team. So well done on that. As I say, thanks everyone for coming after trials and tribulations last week. I'm just going to have a quick look at the date for this month. Actually, I'm better doing it on the phone. The computer just confuses me. It'll be the 25th. He's only 3 weeks away. Right, so the 25th of this month is when the next quiz is. And we'll see you all then. So thanks everybody for joining in. Enjoy the rest of your Easter Sunday, and we'll see you all soon. Take care. Thank you very much. Cheers, take care everybody.